Screw it. Every bullet chat in the history of bullet chats.
All right, welcome to the Bullet Chat podcast with your hosts, Sadie and Odie, two Bullet originals and Portly, the tournament's unofficial mascot. The Bullet started in 1988, 12 guys, a keg of beer, a campground, and some golf.
I might sleep outside. I might sleep outside. It's a great option. When you have a cot, you can just go wherever you want.
It was a lost weekend that somehow became a lifestyle. These days, it's the reason we play and the weekend we never miss. The stories are the star of the show, whether they're true or just told well enough to survive. That's Bullet Chat.
We gotta do Portly. We gotta get this shit started.
Sadie, Portly, welcome to Bullet Chat. Good to see you guys.
It's been a while.
Yeah, good to be here.
Been a while. Been a few weeks since Bullet number 38. What have you guys been up to? Sadie, what have you been doing?
Oh, man. Let's see. Since I saw you at the Bullet, been to San Francisco, been playing a little at, and you guys are entering a Waymo.
Yeah,
yeah.
rode
It's
in your
the
first
greatest thing ever.
Waymo.
Oh, that's the coolest thing I've ever done. Yeah,
Why
and then
was
I played
it?
a little.
Why
What's
is
that?
the Waymo cool? Why is a Waymo cool?
Because
Those are the cars with no driver, right?
Exactly. And so like
Exactly
I was
why
with
they're cool.
I was with my wife, and she is scared to death of Uber drivers, and I am too, if I'm honest. And so she was like, no way I'm getting in a driverless car. And I was like, well, let's think about this. You know, the thing that scares you about Uber is a driver, and there's no driver. This is going to be awesome. So, and it was cool because it is the best driver I've ever ridden with.
Yeah.
Ever. It is amazing, and it's freaky to just look at the wheel and it's spinning around and no one's sitting there. So yeah, that was fun.
I can't wait for the day that we're sponsored by Waymo and our podcast plays over and over on their digital dash.
Well, and that was the other thing too, is like you get in, your Spotify just kicks up, and it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, you play your own tunes. You don't
Yeah.
have to talk to anybody. Has a little map, and it shows if you're going to run over a dog or something like that.
That was fantastic.
It does a great job of avoiding everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had the experience yet, but I think I'd be okay with it at slow speeds. I don't know about getting on the highway yet.
I'm not sure they can yet, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They're
Yeah,
coming
they
to
kinda run
Seattle.
on
I'm
surface streets.
gonna find out, because I mean that's the best thing I've done in years. And
Yeah,
then on Monday I played a little corporate golf, which was the best 6.5 hours of my life. Awesome.
Portly, what have you been up to? You've been playing a little extra golf recently.
Yeah, played finally after 35 years, I got to play in the Beaverton High School sanctioned event. So played with you yesterday in the, I don't know, it sounded like we're paying for Beaverton kids to lift weights. Is that kind of the gist of it?
Yeah, evidently there's a lot getting put into this wrestling program, which is great. The kids are participating, building confidence. But I kept wondering, I don't think I ever went to the weight room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a wrestler, and I certainly didn't go to the weight room.
Yeah.
Just to see how much we could bench, and that was about it.
Well, you
Yeah.
and you had an interesting team yesterday. You had an ex-bulleteer.
Yes, none other than Don Gianetti, bullet champion. I don't know. Can you access that? I think it was maybe 94, maybe.
That was like
And,
2003.
No, it was earlier than that. Don Gianetti?
Well, we can argue it, or we can
Yeah.
just go with facts.
I thought it was much earlier than that. Okay, so let's say it's 2003.
Oh no, it might have been. It might have been 1993. You're correct.
93. Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, and then nobody told him what the date was the next year, and so he didn't show up. And so they were left without a captain, and he got banned for life for that.
He got banned for clerical error.
Yeah.
I love that.
And I'll always blame the victim. And he was awesome though. He'd be a great one man. He's a damn good golfer.
Can
Yeah,
still
and he's
play,
a
huh?
super good guy too.
So he's eligible to be for the invite back to the 40th, is what I hear you say.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys who helped.
Yep.
shape
Wait a
the
minute.
bullet.
It's been since 93. He hasn't paid his dues? Like it paid
Yeah.
his
No,
debt to
yeah.
society?
No.
I think didn't you say that to him? Like, yeah, it's great. It'd be great to have you back. You can't come this year, but you can come back to the 40th.
No, that was so we ran into some ex-bulleteers. We ran into Mike Gamby, Brad's dad, the
Yep.
other day.
You're right.
And he said, he goes, I'm just waiting for the invite to get back in this bullet. And I said, well, we're inviting everybody to the 40th, but next year's the 39th.
Bullet's
Actually,
still tough.
he's welcome. He's welcome back whenever he gets here. Yeah. So,
Anyways,
since the bullet, let's do a little recap. I mean, today's episode's all about the recap of this year's bullet. It took place the weekend before Walla Walla. For those of you just watching this for the first time or don't know, Bullet Chat, let me explain what this is. The Silver Bullet Scramble was a golf tournament built in 1988. 12 guys, sophomores in college, looking for something to do. Went off for the weekend with a keg of beer, a campground, a golf course. We're now 38 years later. This podcast is an opportunity to capture the memories, the stories, the oddities as we kind of remember them, and just keep the spirit of the bullet alive. Over 90% of the players who play in this are single-digit handicaps. What makes this unique is it's a 2-day scramble, and 90% of the players. So anyway, we just finished this last year's bullet. Sorry that was long-winded, but this podcast is a chance to, it's really for anyone who enjoys golf, guys' weekends, or perhaps wonders what their significant other is doing for the weekend with his buddies. So here we go. To set the stage today, the last episode we had was called Portley's Picks, where we predicted who'd win this year's tournament. Going into the bullet this year, Team Willie was in a position to three-peat, which has never been done. And today's episode's a chance to recap what went down.
So did he three-peat?
He did not three-peat. And the other thing that's on my anyway, he
So
did
I
not
think,
three-peat.
Yeah, we should
And,
obviously
be sure
say
to
who
stay
won
to
it.
the end of this. Sadie reminded me we've got bonus coverage and live footage from this last year's event.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Portly,
too.
I mean-
don't hold on. Let me give a plug to the bonus footage because it is absolutely awesome. We've got I'll tell you who the special guests are. It's Lockenmeyer, it's Jimmy Ward, and it's the Lees, and they are fantastic. So stick around for that.
Awesome. So Portly, I mean, in a few words, how would you describe it? Like, how did this year's bullet go? Like, was it?
So I was personally a little bitter because we had yet another sold is sold, which really, so the bidding was going on. Hearn was the guest bidder or guest auctioneer. And so
let me give this, sorry to interrupt you. Let me give this a little context for those who don't know where we're going with. What we're talking about is the bullet kicks off Friday night with what we call the Calcutta, where we're betting on teams, and there's a history of when a team's purchased, they own it throughout the tournament, and it all goes towards prize money. So now what happened, Portly?
So we had a little consortium of the 7 people at our house, bid 2,000, going once, going twice, looking around, sold. And then Whitey, who was standing maybe 3 steps away from Hearn, chimes in that he was trying to get his attention, but just failed to reach out his hand and actually tap him to get attention. So reopen the bidding again. It goes up to $3,000. Locke gets it, ends up selling it back to Whitey, and then Whitey's team wins Calcutta money both days. So at the end, while him and Hearn and all the other conspirators are partying their asses off, we were broke over our house because we didn't win anything. We got Team Willie and they didn't.
Wait, hold on. This is a perfect start to the bullet, but for this podcast, because I love that you're coming in bitter, but we really haven't set what's gone on at all over the bullet. Like, we played as a team, right? And we got to go all the way back to starting on Thursday. You've already kind of announced who the winner is.
Yeah.
But
so I just got the bitterness out of the way.
Okay.
But let's rewind.
I think there should be an investigation into this whole thing.
Thursday, the 3 of us, there should be an investigation.
Yeah.
I think conspiracy is the correct word. It sounds fishy about it, for sure.
Yeah, we'll come back to that subject in the appropriate timeline here of events. But so the bullet started for us on Thursday, the 3 of us and Wade. And we finally got a taste Sadie's smash burgers.
Well, I'll say, first of all, starting the bullet on Thursday was just such a great move for 3 guys in their late 50s, knowing that this is going to be going on through the weekend. But Thursday was fantastic.
Yeah. So we played Walla Walla Country Club. I mean, think of it as Bushwood in the middle of Wine Valley, right?
Yeah.
It's good old school country club. But
awesome,
that was
awesome deck overlooking 1 and 18.
Yeah, wasn't that deck crazy? Like
Yeah,
it was
that
a
was
big
fantastic.
big covered patio, only about 20 feet behind the first and 10th tee boxes. So anybody coming through, I mean, they had all eyeballs on you. What a fun setup.
You get a few comments
It's
too.
a great place.
It's not bad. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll let you know if you hit a good shot or not. Like in case you didn't know, they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
bullet.
one of the highlights personally for me that Thursday night was not only did we have smash burgers that were off the charts, they were excellent, but we had randoms, or not randoms, we had a good group. Casey and Ted H and others joined us. But probably
Randoms.
my Bobby G, my biggest highlight was you explaining to me the intricacies of disc golf. That was a conversation I didn't really see myself getting into. And I'm still a little bitter we haven't had our Odie versus Portland disc golf challenge.
Almost tore the team apart.
Our team,
It caused a rift, but Porter, I'll tell you something. So I think it was Saturday night, and we've got these neighbors there in Walla that all they do all day long is play cornhole and smoke cigarettes. And so we come rolling by at like 9 at night, and they've got floodlights out playing cornhole, and Odie's like, I'm getting in this. And I'm like, no, don't. You will get embarrassed. And he's like, no, I got it. And I'm like, please, I'm begging you. This is all they do. And so he goes in there and he got smoked. They smoked him like one of their cigarettes. It was unbelievable. And so I kept thinking about that in the context of this disc golf thing, which I want to see it too. I know where my money's going though.
So to preface it, I honestly believe what would happen is I would win the first couple matches until Odie figures out the game, especially putting. Putting in disc golf is not that easy. But thereafter, Odie's athleticism would take over, and I'll probably lose every time after that. But not the first time out.
Well, and that's the big challenge. Well, I mean, you're welcome to make wagers wherever you make wagers, but it's Odie versus Portland. Disc golf coming up soon. What I found interesting about the intricacies is they write their name and phone number on the back of every disc, and they make a concerted effort if they find someone else's disc in the bushes to get it returned to them.
Yeah.
Like
it's very
it's like another gentleman's game.
What's a disc? It's cost?
Like a high-end one, like the nicest ones out there, like $25.
All right, so that's about the 2 sleeves of balls I leave out on the golf course it'd be nice if they got returned to me too.
And no greens fees. So that's, it's all free.
Do you have to buy them a pint if they return your disc?
It's I don't think so. I mean, it's a pretty cheap crowd. I can't see them spending money on anything. Yeah.
All right. So on another note, before we get into this year's event and results, I was hearing some positive feedback on this podcast. Brian Maddox, not Greg Maddox, came up and told me that because of this podcast, he was making a concerted effort to reach out and sort of get to know other people he usually doesn't talk to at the bowling.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
Which I thought was... So we're building community one follower at a time.
And I think,
although we're not practicing community, we don't reach out to anybody, the three of us.
Well, we're stars.
Yeah, evidently,
what are you going to do? But I mean, does the world not need a podcast to bring everyone together right now? I like it. I like our role.
It is what the world needs.
Yeah, he said he sat down with Casey and got to learn a lot about Casey. And I'm sure that was a great conversation. They talked about Greg Maddox again. Yeah. But I even had Ruben come up to me, who was an early hater, who's given the podcast props. Anyway, all in all, I think he and Renner were early haters, and they both said they've actually enjoyed us as we've gotten better.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad we're flipping them. That's great.
Yeah. All right, so that was Thursday. We had a great time. Yep. It rolls into Friday. Friday is traditionally known as the day we hold the pug. It's like the little tournament before the tournament. It used to be that the worst foreman in the Bullet would draft those teams, but now we just kind of put them together because everybody's good golfers. What do you guys remember about the pug? I think you guys won it, didn't you?
Yeah, we remember winning it, I do.
Well, I had to be reminded of that.
Got a vague recollection.
Yeah. But now that it comes up, walking away with $20 was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was your pug team?
It was me, Sadie, Casey, and Ted H. So as we'll get to, it was kind of the weekend of Ted H. But Ted H is he is not a deep 4-man. Should be a 2-man in the Bullet.
Yeah,
he shot a 76. Yeah, we all shot pretty well. And won the thing, but not without his controversy. Golf Genius didn't match the card, and then Renner and I went back through the card and we're changing Golf Genius, and then I think that finally set Casey off, who had done the original Golf Genius, and he walked out on us.
You know, Golf Genius is one of those things that just because you can doesn't mean you should. I mean, that thing is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. It's so bad.
They're not going to.
They're not going to like that, but it sucks.
They're not going to sponsor. Maybe we should send this episode.
So we should clarify. Golf Genius, the product, does what it's intended to do.
Right.
But what it's intended to do is not what I want. And I don't want to be fucking with my phone every hole to enter our scores in. And have other people say, oh, whatever you enter doesn't match. And as I'm saying this, I realize I'm being a complete hypocrite, because that's exactly what Rossolo did last year. And everybody just ripped on him for being a moron and can't keep score and accusing him of cheating. And
well, which is fair. It's hard to do. You miss a hole, and then all of a sudden, you don't sign Golf Genius. You sign your scorecard, and it's all fine.
Yeah.
What I hear you saying is we need the Waymo for golf digital scoring apps. Like, it can just remove the human from the experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we have little drones that, you have 11 teams, 11 drones, and the drones record you the whole time and then automatically enter in your score.
Well, maybe we just get like Golf Channel to cover it. I mean, don't you think that the Bullet would be more compelling than like reruns of whatever that they do when they run out of programming?
Can you imagine the golf Karens that would be calling in at the mound building in the middle of fairways? They'd be going nuts at the amount of, perceived cheating that goes on in the Bullet.
Oh, it'd be worth it.
Well, it's all within the spirit of the Bullet.
It's all within,
so.
As long as you don't change your lie, do whatever the hell you want, really.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the pug I thought was pretty cool, but I mean, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Jaime's shooting 63 that day.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a hell of a round. Like, we're not playing an easy course. Most of the single digits were in the mid high 70s, and he comes out and shoots a 63.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
And then proceeds to get questioned by his 4-man Hearn the next 2 days on if he's making the right decisions.
Yeah.
Which I thought was awesome. Guy, what more can he do besides shoot a 63 to prove he knows what the hell he's doing?
Yeah. I mean, in day one, if he had shot that on his own ball in the Bullet, he'd have beat half the teams.
He would have been -9. Yeah, he would have tied us.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you question that. He came here to golf and chew bubble gum, and he was all out of bubble gum. You don't question that. You just let it go.
Yeah,
exactly.
So then that night was the Calcutta. That's what made the rest of the weekend really bitter for you.
Yeah. As we've recapped.
Yeah. So the Calcutta was interesting. We had an old school MC kick it off, Whitey. He did his usual, get everybody out there bidding and trying to buy teams. He did a pretty good job. And then we had a newcomer come in to auction off Whitey's team, Hearn. Portly, kind of remind us what you thought of Hearn's experience as a MC.
So Hearn is a fantastic auctioneer. He's like a real auctioneer and can do the little auctioneer's yodel or whatever you call it.
The dibbity.
So I thought he was great at that. He just didn't follow the auctioneer code of honor and say that when you say sold, it's sold.
Yeah, he thought it was a charity event where we were trying to raise more money, but once it's sold, it's sold.
Yeah, exactly.
And that goes all the way back 20 years to when we had the same controversy. And I remember 40 guys chanting "sold is sold."
Well, that one was way more egregious back then. So that one, it was sold. And then Tim, Wade, Ward, and Chris Carmichael come out of the woods and say, we didn't know that our team was being auctioned off. They're having some team meeting or something like that. So that reopened. They didn't even participate in the first round of bidding, and it got reopened on that one. So, yeah, I would have owned both those teams. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the Calcutta goes on. My favorite quote from the Cutta was when Whitey took over the auctioning again. And he goes, I know you guys all like that fancy auction talk and stuff. He goes, but if this is the bullet, he goes, we like it slow and sloppy. We got to get T-shirts next year
Slow and
for
sloppy.
the Calcutta.
Yeah, that's
Slow and
great.
sloppy.
How much in the Calcutta this year, though? It was kind of a
25,000.
25,000.
I think
That's
it was
not bad.
$25,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a pretty good chop.
Half of that goes to the winning team day one and first and second place, and half goes to the winning team day two. Then the overall winner, of course, gets the bullet trophy. So the Calcutta's done. Friday night's done. We go to Saturday. This is when the big event starts, the bullet, right? And I mean, people get ready in different ways. I mean, how did you guys get ready?
Oh,
Like I always do, just drink at the pub all morning. After going to Claudette's for the
Claudette's, yeah.
Benedict, or what was that thing?
That was good. It was the Claudette's special or Claret's special.
Yeah.
It was like eggs with hollandaise sauce and hash brown or cheese sauce. It was, oh my God, that sounds good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and a couple Rainiers, and then
I had the red beers. Yeah,
head to the course.
Yeah. Well, Sadie, actually, you and I, we were staying at the same place. Wasn't that in the morning? You got us breakfast burritos from the gas station.
Yeah, I'm mixing up days. True. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. No, that was Friday. That was Friday morning that he got us the breakfast burritos.
Well, I think we went back to back.
Yeah, we had that a couple days.
But let's not discount that. Those might have been the best breakfast burritos. There's an actual cafe in there that's making this stuff live that used to be owned by a Michelin chef, right?
Yeah, that's right. It used to be called, I don't remember what it was called, but then he had this whole setup, that he made the best Mexican food and was recognized for it, and then moved to a place downtown and somehow got it closed down. But this other family came in and they're running it now, and they make fantastic breakfast. So
yeah.
So we found that little gem. Yeah. Then you go to the course. We warm up. You, me, us three, and Wade were a team. We had high hopes headed out. And I mean, how did our day go?
Couldn't make a putt.
Couldn't. Yeah, fun day. Couldn't really make a putt. Yeah, that's what I would describe it as.
We never quite caught
probably
the
did what
magic
everybody
on day
expected
one.
us to do. Just kind of go. Yeah,
that's probably the most disappointing part too. Didn't you just want to shove it in someone's face at the end of that on Saturday, and we just couldn't get a putt to fall?
Yeah.
Well, we finished,
and that's always the fun. That's always the fun. Hey, how'd you guys do today? We were -9, and then they just turn away from you and walk off. Oh yeah, you're out of it. Walk off.
And so the winner that day was Team Whitey. For context, they came in at -15, right? So we got beat by 6. We got beat by 6.
I think there were 14. I think there were 14 day one and 16 day two. Yeah.
So 14 day one.
Yeah.
They won the Calcutta.
Yep.
And it was a good day. I love playing with you guys.
That's all just putts, right? I mean,
that's putts. Well, it's proximity to the hole.
I mean, every team, that's not just us. I mean, every team can say that, but I mean, that's kind of the difference on a bullet. You make them or you don't.
Yep. You got to hit balls close to the hole.
Yeah. Yeah. Gone are the days of people getting their drives in and all that. That's never really a problem anymore. Although I was standing last 2 or 3 holes. That was tough.
Well, I do remember a highlight from that day because for those of you who don't know, we go 4 drives per person on the first 18 holes on that Saturday. And I remember, Portland, we needed your drive on 17. And it's a short little skinny, not easy hole. And you just pounded one down the middle.
Well, I remember you trying to manage him too. And Portland was like, fuck you. I got this. We're trying to win a bullet here. Let's go.
Take me,
right.
Take the best shot.
And then you're right.
I need to get one in on 18. I got to do it. Yeah.
I was not managing. I was only supporting.
You were game
part about that. Because we had like 1.5 holes left. But that helped us. That helped us finish, like 9th place for day one.
Yeah.
But Portland, you make a natural birdie on that hole.
Yeah, that was
I mean, we have 190 still into the hole, and you hit it to like 4 feet.
I usually can't even hit my drive 190. Yeah, it went well.
It was warm.
It was warm. I was feeling pretty limber
Yeah.
by that time.
Yeah. So then anyway, those guys win day one. We all head off to the
Yeah,
Mexican
they played great.
restaurant.
Yeah,
They
fantastic.
played great. We head off to the
Yeah.
restaurant for Mexican food, which is great. This restaurant has its own little section. They put 50 of us in there, and margaritas, drinks, everything's flowing. I thought one of the great moves of the weekend was pre-ordering the tacos so that when we rolled in and we were eating immediately. But yeah, what did you guys like about that little section of the Bullet?
I came in and was one of the last people in and sat at the end and never got any service and got up and left. So that was my whole Mexi experience.
My favorite.
So we were, we were all the way down at the end, and every time the waitress came in, she'd get about halfway down and everybody be, I need another drink, need another drink, need another drink. So she'd get about halfway and then turn around and go get everybody's drinks and then bring them back and same thing. And yeah, she just never made it to the end of the table. So we got frustrated, and that's when the speeches started. And so we said, we're out of here.
Oh, the new traditions.
Yeah. No, that was an accident. That was my part. I'm taking full responsibility.
Good. I'm good to
say what you did.
Responsibility for that. Yeah.
Say what you did, because I'm just glad we had food before we had to walk out on that bullshit. But go ahead.
Well, so we had 2 rookies this year, Jackson Lee, right? His dad, Mike Lee's playing it. I saw Jackson over there. I asked him how his day went. And he's like, Bullet's the best thing I've ever played in. This thing's great, blah, blah, blah. And I go, well, you do know the rookies have to give a speech and kind of talk about what the day meant to them and being here meant to them.
This is hazing gone wrong.
It was hazing. He started sweating a little bit. And he's like, I go, just let me know when you're ready. And then somebody piped up and told Hearn he had to give a speech too. And all we were really trying to do was jinx or heckle the young guy for a little bit. But yeah, the speeches might have gone on a little bit. And,
Yeah.
There's never been a speech in the history of the Bullet. It can't happen again.
Yeah, no.
Is that fair? Can we all agree to that right now? Like,
no matter what facet of life you're in, you should never. I mean, you have to be so good to do a speech that anybody wants to listen to.
Yeah.
Like at the Beaverton thing yesterday, the guys get going on and on about the new weights and the self-esteem it's given everybody, and you're just sitting there after drinking all day, playing golf, and the last thing you want to hear is somebody drone on that's not a professional speaker about how thankful they are to you. And, what he should have done is just got up there, thanked Doug, and sat back down.
Or refused.
Main contributor.
You can always refuse, You don't have to talk.
Exactly.
We should have, never mind. I'm not even going to suggest it.
Yeah.
All right. So
moving on from that.
So we leave the Mexi place, and then Saturday night's the big nightlife in Walla Walla. I mean, where did you wander off to, Portly?
Shit, where did we go to? We went downtown to that whatever that place was that we went Thursday night, maybe that
Public
one
House.
pub.
Yeah.
Public House.
Yeah.
So we went to Public House, had dinner there, and then they had live music at Public House. So we sat there and listened to live music for a while, and then went back to our place and partied at our place, which was it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Odie
Sadie,
and I
where did we go?
Yeah, we had an adventure. It started, we tried to buy beer at the AM/PM across the street from the Mexi place, and apparently the guy that works there was taking a shit or something, so the front door was locked.
I forgot about that.
Right, and so there's like 10 of us standing there waiting to get in, and Odie was finally like, let's just go for a walk. And we walked downtown, found some live music, which
we wandered in a little wine bar, Portly, and this lady's just killing it. I mean,
like small little
intimate,
okay.
Her and the guy on the guitar, and she was killing
okay
it. Yeah. So we sat down there and had a beer
and met a new friend named George.
Yeah, George
kind of had, Odie tried to hire him for the next night and got shot down by everyone in his house. He was going to come play like for hours for like $50 too. I think everyone let you down on that one. He would have been good.
I think so too. He hyped himself as one of Walla Walla's great musicians who plays the little wine bars all the time. Well, I think he would have been
Yeah, and do you remember, so he was sitting there supporting the duo that was playing, and then we get a little while longer or later, we wandered down to the wherever the
where Portland was.
The public concerts were, and then he started talking shit. He was like, "I'm better than them. They're no good."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should have brought him
it was
on,
so
but
competitive.
I think we ended up right next to you, Portly, at the public house. And I think a bunch of others. I saw Crumb down there, Roslo, Gus. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of the place to be. Gus. Was Gus out?
Yeah, we saw Gus.
Yeah.
I had a Gus sighting.
Okay.
And then the next day, of course, we
wait
roll
before you
into
move
Sunday.
on, because there was another.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the graffiti guy?
Oh, the guy just writing his thoughts on the sidewalk
for like 2 miles. And this is stuff, if you read it, I mean, some would find it offensive, but here was the great part about it. So Odie goes up and starts a conversation with him. He stands up and he's wearing a bandana like he's like a WTO protester, like he doesn't want anyone to know who he is. And as soon as Odie starts talking to him, he pulls the mask down so we can all see him. His cover's blown. Oh. And he just insisted. And so I chime in. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, what's going on? What are you doing?" He's just like, "These are my opinions." I was like, "Oh, you got some strong ones." And then Odie made sure to get bullet 25 into the middle of the whole thing too. So there's some good pictures of that. I'll make sure they make it onto the podcast here.
Yeah.
So we had just a quick aside. We're at a dinner party a couple years ago, and these, a couple other friends are there, and they're very, they're whatever, 50 or whatever, very respectable. And they're talking about their 21-year-old son. Somebody asked what he does for a living, and they say he's a tagger. And we're like, what do you mean? And it's like, "Oh yeah, he's goes around spray painting buildings and stuff." And like, they were proud of him. Like, he's really done well for himself. He runs around and tags buildings. I just wanted to go, he's a criminal. He's a vandal. That's the definition of a vandal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so
he'll never make it in the Bullet.
Yeah, we can't have him at the Bullet.
Yeah.
So then we roll into Sunday, day 2 of the Bullet. There's like groups in 14 under, 13, 12, a bunch of groups. We're way out of it. So we're the third group to go off. But for us, I thought it was a fun day 2. Like we caught
great.
Fire. We caught that magic for a little bit.
Yeah.
It started for me at 2 in the morning. I woke up and couldn't back to sleep, and I laid there for an hour and a half trying to figure out how to tell you I was not playing that day. I wanted out so bad.
You were ready.
I was ready to tap out. Just tired.
But you were on fire day 2. Your putting was on fire.
Well, I'm glad it showed up.
Yeah. You made a lot of putts.
Yeah, you made a lot of putts. So keep that in mind. You woke up tired and ready not to do anything that day, because we got more to come.
Could not wait.
But
could not wait till golf was over and I could just go get in bed. It was once I psyched myself up to go play and not let my team down, I was like, all right, this is fine. This will be over soon and I can just go to bed. But the
last thing I remember on Saturday night was me making a double Manhattan, and why I needed to cap off my night with a double Manhattan, I'll never know. But that I felt that one upon waking up Sunday morning. And you have that, I don't know, it's bullet doom or bullet dread, which is a combination of being out of it plus being hungover. And it just makes you want to, go play disc golf or something.
Yeah. Well, we played, we could have, you and I could have done that, but instead we went and played the Bullet. And so we played good. We caught fire, everybody on our team, and we climbed our way back up to a respectable, I think, finishing 6th in the tournament. So we jumped up a little bit.
Yeah, we went.
13. But the big news of that day again was Team Whitey, Pitt, Steve Vall, and Ted H. Right, and they kind of kept going right where they took off, right where they left off.
Yeah, so they go 16 day 2, and Wade and I drove back to watch them on 17. They were, they pretty much had to go. They had to go 1 under over 2 holes to win it. So they had pretty much won it. But Pitt hits his shot, hits off the flag and goes off the green. And then Whitey hits his approach to about 2 inches for the tap in bird. And I think that was just kind of what they did for 2 days, was just play solid. And that's a team that has 2 1.5 men with Whitey and Steve Vall, and then, Pitt's is a 2.5 man, and Ted's should be a 2-man, not a 4-man. So
Yeah,
that's pretty stacked team. They're going to be pretty formidable next year.
I think so.
Their only issue is, though, I mean, they are the oldest team to win the Bullet, right? 3 59-year-olds and a 57-year-old.
And Whitey's their captain, so they got
we'll see if
a couple
that
things. Yeah, against him.
Well,
yeah.
and I mean, to their credit, on 13, they needed a drive from Pitt. He hits it down the middle, and then he holed out for eagle on this par 4. So
Why
they
wouldn't you?
went.
I didn't know
They
that.
went.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that one.
went eagle, birdie, 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 and then an eagle on the par 5 18th. So they played
Wow.
the last 6 holes at 8 under.
That's
So
amazing.
I would say, though,
kudos.
that's sustainable, too. I mean, they probably will never lose again.
No, exactly. Let's just crown them champs.
Yep.
But that's
not?
good to hear
Break 'em
that.
up.
Like, you never, like, afterwards, when they're all excited to tell you about their round, that's the last thing you want to hear. So you just
Yeah.
kind of, hey, yeah, whatever, congrats, and you walk off. But I didn't know that the last 6 holes.
Yeah, no,
Fantastic.
it's that's how you win a bullet. It takes that bullet magic. Here's a fun fact that a listener just sent in.
We don't have listeners.
We do. Yeah.
Long-time listeners,
last,
first-time callers.
so Whitey's 57. The last time he won a bullet he was 29 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Did he even have any kids by then? Maybe his oldest or the twins or
I don't
something
know.
like that?
I mean, that's 28 years ago.
Yeah. That's a lot of suffering.
That is a lot of suffering.
He's
But-
gotten properly heckled over the years too.
which leads me to kind of Portley's picks. You didn't have those guys finishing very highly. Like, where did you have Whitey in those?
I
Portley's
had them
picks?
at 9th at -18. So they went -30. So they did they did 12 better than projected.
They went.
Sorry. So
They
I
did 12
need
better
to
than
I
projected.
formally
So they were
apologize
probably
to Team Whitey.
Yeah.
Well, let's
They were
just
the
cut
biggest
the
mover.
chase.
Yeah.
If someone had just followed Portley's picks to the letter to buy cut of teams, do they win or
You'd have
lose?
lost all your money.
How'd they do?
That's a good question. No, they would have lost everything. Yeah, because I think Portley picked Jaime to win, and they finished what'd they finish? They finished. I got it right here.
Yeah, Jaime, Willie, Julian. None of those guys were in it
Oh,
either
no.
day.
Jaime finished
Maybe
second,
Willie
so
went a
you
little
weren't
cut of
far
money.
off on that one. Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have got a little bit. Julian
Overall in the
Julian
bullet, second?
Locke. Yeah, overall. So here's the scores. It was Team Whitey -30, Jaime -27, Wilson -25. That was the team that was looking to three-peat. From -23, Egar -23, and then of course us -21. 2 strokes better than you predicted. And then the rest were at -20.
Okay. We overachieved.
Yeah, we did overachieve.
Real go-getters
Overachieved to 6th for a T6. That's
for a team.
that makes me feel
I'm
really
proud
good.
of you. I'm really proud of all of us. So
Bullet's hard to
Sadie,
win.
after Bullet Sunday, everybody celebrates, sits around, has a final drink, dishes out the Calcutta cash. I know we went back to the house where our wives were at, and then we were going to stay a couple extra days and do some wine tasting.
Boo.
Portley went back to another house full of some wives and stuff. And then you went back to your little place to meet your wife who was coming into town, and then you were going to hook up with us. But again, you were super tired. Did the evening play out the way you thought it was going to?
So I was so excited to walk in the door and into the air conditioning. It felt so good. Honey, I'm home, and no answer, right? So I look at my text, and I just pulled up to the bar at the Salted whatever down the street. Like, all right, I'll be there in a few minutes. So I walk down there, have a beer, and this is where I'm like, all right, we're gonna have some appetizers. We'll mop this up real quick, and then I'll be back to my house in no time. And, bartenders, would you like another beer? No, I'm good. And then who rolls in? There's Landry and Meyer, and I'm like, oh shit. Hi guys, how you doing? And then they start sending drinks over, and so it had to sit and chat with them for a while, which isn't a chore normally. I mean, it was fun to chat with them, but I'm just thinking, okay, just got to get through this one and I can go to bed. But no, I mean, the day would not end. The sun would not set, and then I got a text from Odie. Champions Ball was going on, and why don't you guys come over here? And so we did. And I was like, all right, I think I've got enough energy for this. Or met at the door by Hughes with I'll use the term double, like vodka soda loosely. It was more like just a little sprinkle of soda on a bunch of vodka. And so around 9 o'clock, I'm thinking, okay, we can get out of here now. And that's when the party started. Someone pulled out a boom box, and then the Champions Ball just got off. It turned into a rager.
Yeah, I called it the. I mean, of course, we were celebrating. People were coming into the house, and we had a pool, and we did a great barbecue. Up's wife Carrie cooked steaks, double baked potatoes, that sort of meal, and then people just started rolling in, and I called it the Pit Whitey freak off. It was like one of those freak off parties. Didn't really not like P Diddy, but P Whitey, and the music cranked. And then how late did it go, Sadie?
Was it 2?
Yeah, it was 1 a.m. ish.
It was 1 a.m.
Yeah. 50-year-olds dancing wasn't a pretty sight, but my favorite was when you requested what is it, Darling Nikki?
Darling Nikki
from Prince. Yeah.
Oh God, Whitey wasn't humping a speaker or anything, was he?
Well, he pulled out a guitar and he was going fake Prince, and I mean, for those of you who don't know, Whitey's a Prince guy. I think the entire universe, or at least the West Coast, knows he's a Prince guy. Yeah. But so we were playing a lot of Prince, and he was enjoying their winnings, and they deserve to win it. They deserve to celebrate. They did. They tied the Bullet record and played great golf.
It was a fun night. I will say, though, it was about 1 o'clock where all of a sudden I looked around and there was no one left in the room. Like everyone finally snuck off to bed.
Yeah.
And now I'm staring at a long walk home.
Yourself another drink?
I think you and I and Michelle, your wife, were just left there looking at each other like, what just happened?
Can we be done now? Finally.
Can we just go to bed, please? Well, the funny part, the next day we didn't see Whitey all day. He slept out the whole day. Like he had a big weekend. He had a big weekend. They caught fire, won it all. So the recap is Team Whitey wins the 38 Silver Bullet Scramble. Good for them.
Yeah.
All right.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Hey,
deserving winners.
This about wraps it up, unless you guys have more thoughts. No, we just have the big.
I don't have any thoughts in my head.
I don't. Yeah, do we have that? Are there any big moments we missed for the whole thing?
Well, there's always moments. These are our perspectives. I'm sure there's stories that others have. We'll have to hear some of those. We'll weave those into the episodes coming forward.
We need to have like an NC-17 podcast or something like that. Then we can tell some of the good stories.
Yeah. Well,
feel free. If we got a good one we're missing, let's not leave them laying on the table. I want to hear them.
Oh, there were just some funny quotes.
Yeah. Well, so for those who are wondering, we'll be live throughout the fall. We'll be doing some episodes breaking down more golf, Ryder Cup, college football, more stories about the Bullet. We might have the great Gambino on to tell us the origin story again about the Boughton at the Fountain. Some of the wives have even asked to come on. We had some listeners text in that their wives would like to come on, just share some holiday recipes.
We've got a Christmas episode.
Corley, I didn't get any reaction out of it. Yeah. All right. So anyway,
I guarantee it wasn't Sadie or my wife.
That's it for this round of the Bullet Chat podcast. Thanks for hanging with us. Remember, it's not just about golf. It's about friendships, stories, traditions, random oddities, and a whole lot of fun. We'll be back soon with more. Stay tuned for the results of the upcoming disc golf challenge between me and Portley. That will be exciting. We may get footage from that. Until then, follow us on YouTube at Bullet Chat. And if you're not playing good golf,
get better
or rake it. Or go to disc golf.
Or Rick it.
And stay tuned for bonus coverage.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good rest of the day.
You've been listening to a Country Clubber production of the Bullet Chat podcast. Stories and memories from the best two-day scramble we've ever been part of. We'll see you next time. Until then, like and share this episode and subscribe to all episodes at youtube.com/@bulletchat. All right, everybody, we're live from the 38th Annual Silver Bullet Scramble, and we're going to do some interviews here around the 18th green. First one coming up, I can figure out how to turn this camera around, it's going to be
Captain America.
Captain America, Kevin Lockenmeyer.
Yeah. Turn around.
There, fuck it. We'll just do it this way. So, hey, Kev, how did the day go?
I'm not very good. I think we've now literally formalized the fact that I'm not very good.
Well, why is that? Are you not chosen by God?
No, I'm left-handed. I play left-handed, and it doesn't always work out well. So I try my hardest.
So this is
good person, bad friends.
This is Wine Valley. There were
I
guys
love
that
this course. This is a fantastic freaking golf
guys
course.
came out here yesterday and shot like 56. What do you think you would have shot today?
On the front nine, I probably would have shot right around 50. Yeah, on my own ball.
Yeah,
I would have broken 100 today.
But you just don't think it sets up for a lesson?
No, I love it.
Is that a
Actually,
problem?
it sets up really well.
Because
what it does set up for
oh, go ahead.
is when you have the chunk and chips.
Oh.
Chunk and chips, chip and chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But here's the thing. I didn't really do that today. We just didn't make like enough 9-footers.
Sure.
We made 2 bogeys. We set the course record for bogeys.
At
in the scramble.
At 2?
At 2. I mean,
Yeah.
Odie, is that not right?
You went 2 bogeys
We had
today?
2 bogeys today. Yeah.
No one
There's
does that.
never been
Yeah.
more.
I know.
Never been more bogeys.
That's what I said. So we're going to now, when we go like 17 under tomorrow, there's going to be a group that won with 2 bogeys.
So, and your prediction is you go 11 on the front tomorrow?
I think 11. I think people are going to be shooting in their pants a little bit when we turn at 11 and they're still in the bar and they're like, "Oh my God, how is someone at 11?"
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's probably because we lift out a putt or 2. Otherwise, we'd be 12.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Do the math.
No, the green.
I'm a math guy.
Yeah. Do you want to
No.
shout out to your mom or anything?
Mr. Baird, how you doing? I kind of miss that guy. But
Well, he doesn't.
Don't tell him that.
He doesn't watch this.
He's
All right, we're gonna move on. Get some others. Yep.
Jimmy Ward, hey, right here. Jimmy Ward finished at minus 11 today.
All right, let's get him. Here, hold on. Hey, we got to get in here. So, all right, we're with a friend of the program, Jimmy Ward. You saw him in episode 3, I think, or 4, and he killed it. And then today comes out at first day of Bullet 38 and shoots. What'd you shoot?
11 minus 11 as a squad.
And how awesome were you?
I
Was it all because
good
of you?
early, faded, but still hung on for some shots.
Yeah, make some putts.
I made some putts,
Yeah.
some stuff, some irons, some par threes.
What do you
A driver off the deck, even.
What do you tell a team like my team that didn't shoot minus 11? I mean, do we hang in there, or do we go find tall buildings tonight, or what do we do?
Hang in there for tonight. Tomorrow, you never know what you might
We should
come
make a
up with.
decision at the turn, maybe.
Yeah, there are rivers, there are bridges, there are buildings. You got options tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, fun.
Hold on a second. I had a great time. Hold on a second, boys. We are live from right now.
We're live.
We're not live. We're recording. So
I gotta show you.
What's that?
we're recording. Yes. Yeah, from Bullet 38. You're being photobombed by Lori right now. So how did it go for you guys today? We saw some tight shots coming in.
Finished 11.
Yeah.
Should have finished 13 or 14. And the Rook.
The Rook was MVP.
Well.
I heard. Yeah.
He was MVP. I didn't play too bad.
I played in front of you guys. I witnessed that. Yeah. How many bullets have you both played in?
1.
This is
A
your
half.
rookie?
Yeah, I'm a rookie. He's a rookie, and this is number 5 for me.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you see the family resemblance?
No, we'll let our listeners figure that out.
We had a
So
great
number
time.
1 and 5, and you can see my camera work sucks ass. But so you've been in number 5. Like, did you give him any advice for his first one?
A lot of advice. I told him just to, tune out the exterior noise.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
And stay centered.
Well,
I tried to give him my vinyasana speech.
Were you like in your first one? Was it nerve wracking?
Oh, it was a Gearhart, and we lost on the Bill Myhoff shot heard around the world when he holed out in the playoff for Eagle.
It's greatest 4 iron in Bullet history.
Greatest 4 iron.
4 iron from 130.
From 130.
And hit it. He hit it. way I remember it, he hit it about 105 yards and it rolled out right in the cup.
Right in the cup. And
great 4-iron.
And Bobby G welcomed me to the Bullet by heckling me on the first tee and telling me to give him 25 push-ups before I hit my tee shot.
Did you? You didn't fall for that, did you?
I gave him 10.
Damn it. So has anyone tried that for you?
No, I was fully expecting to have to do like a warm shot of vodka or a shotgun on the first
Maybe
tee.
a warm Keystone or something.
Maybe a warm Rolling Rock would have been my worst dream.
At least they put the Rolling Rock on ice. We're thinking about changing the name to the Rolling Rock Rumble just because it.
No, you can't do that.
Did you guys really get hit with a cease and desist from
Yeah.
Molson Coors?
Yeah, we did. Let me stop recording.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Okay, go ahead. I can't zoom in, so you're going to have to paint a picture.
We got Yules and Ruben here.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest sluts
Sluts.
in the Bullet.
Wow.
And Yules somehow hit a good shot. Ruben, not
You think
so
that
much.
was an accident, or do you think?
Well, sluts are going to have their day eventually.
Sluts have. Every slut has their day, right?
Every slut has their day.
Every slut knows how to put it in the hole.
But these guys, they're overthinking things. They're mental midgets.
This is here. Give me some commentary on this putt right here.
It's a fast putt, but you know it's not complicated.
But do you think? All right, so they just missed right on the edge and left. So is that kind of typical out here at Wine?
It really is.
Fucking Valley.
Everything breaks.
When you miss to the left, I mean, you're liberal, right? So if you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss.
This will be a little more conservative.
No, this is not one of these guys is gonna make this putt.
Not enough.
You know what? My arm is getting tired hanging this up here, but I want to see if you're right.
It's too complicated. Ruben,
No, don't let it out.
use the sauerkraut.
You look like a pelican.
Wait,
Slut.
wait, we're live from the Bullet right here. Can you move left? Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Ruben,
No, Porter don't care. Porter.
Ruben's
back in this.
Slut that putt in.
Now you're back in the frame.
Slut putt.
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make this.
No, he's gonna blow by it. He's gonna hit it way too hard.
Oh, it's too low. Way too low.
Oh, Ruben!
But this is what we're witnessing right now is kind of indicative of Wine Valley, don't you think?
Yeah, it really is. These guys might just be bad at golf. So,
Well,
I don't know if it's a chorus.
My team wouldn't allow us to think that way. It was just like
Just Jules.
He'll make
Look at that. It's a sweet shirt.
Nope, too low.
No, activate caps. Oh.